for 6 weeks or anything more, right? Makes sense? Question. So, there you go. This is how to make it. Anyone walks in there, I want to get fucking yoked, Mia. What do? This is it. Step 1, determine your frequency. Cool? 2 to 3 sessions per muscle group a week is nice. It's nice. Anything less than 2 is taking the piss. So ultimately, your week availability is going to determine this, right? But in a sense, the more the better, because the more you can modulate your volume prescription. Cool? If you only have 2 sessions a week, you're pretty much limited to 2 full body sessions a week. All right? If you have 3, we can play a bit. We have 4, we're going to do heaps of cool shit. If you've got every day of the week, then sick. World's your oyster, right? Second one, determine volume per muscle group per week, right? So this is totally individual, as we said. There's a bit of dirty science, and there's definitely trial and error here, okay? But determine hypertrophy as effective working sets or effective sets per muscle group per week. If you don't know where to go, generally, if the client, and this sounds bad, but if they look a bit soft, start them at 6 sets per week. If they look a bit more, they've been around the block, start them at 10. And if they, after 2 weeks, they go, I am fucked all the time, pull them down to 9, pull them down to 8. If they're great, pump them up. Hypertrophy is trial and error, but the best thing I'm going to do is give you some parameters to start or finish with or to go from, right? Select exercises. Got to give them something, right? So this is totally personal preference, more or less, okay? More compounds may be time effective. Obviously get out, hit all the muscle groups that you can, hit some thighs, calves, glutes, hammies all in the one thing, but far more taxing and less isolated, less specific loading to a region, all right? So then versus more isolation, maybe take a bit longer, right? But it's also going to be less fatigue inducing. Big compound lifts take nervous system juice. Isolated leg extensions, you can do every day to failure 3 times every day and probably not pull up too shit. Probably, all right? Play the field you're on. If you've got the time, do some compounds, do some isolations, cool. If you've got 40 minutes or someone rolls up late to the 6 a.m. session, all right, change it. Get some compounds in there. You got to play the field you're on, okay? But select shit that they enjoy doing because they're going to be doing it for a while. And when they start doing reps to failure, it's going to suck balls. So they want to be able to do something they like. Do not shy away from machines for hypertrophy. I'm biased to patterns and stuff, obviously, but that's my coach bias problem. Get them on machines, mate. Hit some patterns, 1 key lift, and then get them on machines. Safe. You can go to failure and not worry about dropping fucking weight on your neck and snapping your spine or anything. You can send it. Go for it. Cool? In most cases. And last is determine your load and proximity to failure. So based off of what a reps in reserve, this is, again, my 4 steps, you want to use for what exercise, select appropriate loads. So the load does not have to exactly match the specific rep. And if you and your client don't know this yet, use RIR to determine appropriate loads as you go. Feel it out. Go do an RIR 0, feel it out, as you were saying before. Trial and error it. Doesn't mean you have to go 80%, you have to do 5 reps. You can do whatever. And let's say you program, what I mean by it doesn't have to match the rep is if you program 8 reps, RIR 2. If they miss the mark and go to reps in reserve 2 but only get 7 reps out, fine. Because proximity to failure was still the same. They still went to 2 reps in reserve. If you said, I want you to do 8 reps, 2 RIR, and you gave them load, which you wouldn't do, but let's say you did that and they got 10 reps and they went, I've got 2 left, I've still got 3, 4 left, and they kept going, sweet. Now you just go put a bit more weight on the bar and you just play with it and you find the sweet spot. And over time, they will figure it out. Like they'll know when they get used to it. Make sense? Yeah? Cool.